Hey guys, Diecast Construction Expert here with y'all today to give you a little review of the Vögele Super 1803-3i wheeled paver in 1/50th scale by WSI. I got it posted up here on my Kenworth T880 triaxle with the lowboy here to give you all a little reference of what it looks like loaded up. And I'm just going to start off by saying this is a very highly detailed model, and I also got it from the Virgin, WIRTGEN. I got it from their American homepage and their little shop area that they have there where they sell hats and shirts, and they have models for sale also. Definitely a much better deal to get it straight through them versus 3000 Toys or DHS or anybody like that. So I definitely highly recommend checking out the website if you're interested in this model. And without any further ado, we'll get on with the review. Alright, so getting on to the review, I'm going to start actually from the rear of the model and work my way around. Starting here though, on the end of the screed, you can see that there are multiple warning decals located throughout the model, all the way on the side here near the operator's chair. Very nice features to have, along with all of these castings that are molded in here, which definitely help add to the realism of the model, along with this handrail that we have here. Definitely very nice features to have to replicate the real model in the actual model form itself. Moving along to the actual back of the machine here, as you can see on the bottom of the screed, we've got more warning decals along with red lights on both sides, and we have red lights up here also. Along with the top speed of the vehicle in kilometers per hour, 25 kilometers an hour. This surface right here is actually textured. It's a fairly rough texture to it, which definitely helps add to the realism of the model again. We've got steps going up here, which would lead you all the way up to the operator's cab, along with handrails that you'd be grabbing along to help you along the stairs. Also, if you notice here, if I can get it properly zoomed in, right here we've got some hydraulic lines that go to the screed, which turn the auger in the back, which helps spread the asphalt throughout the screed itself. Very nice feature to have those hydraulic lines there. You definitely, I at least wouldn't typically expect a paver to have that. This little guy is about to fall off here soon. But anyways, continuing on with the review, I'm going to push this roof down a little bit. But as you can see though, there are two rear facing lights along with the Vögele logo on the top of the roof there. I'm going to push it down so we can get a little bit better view of the operator's cab. I'm going to have to pick up the phone a little bit. As you can see up there, the texture on the floor there still remains nice rough texture. As you can see, I know it's not, I'm going to show you again here, but the seats, both operators chairs do come out. This is not as far as they will go, but with the roof down, this is as far as they'll go. But anyways, you can see some more warning decals there on the inside, and I'm actually going to pull this operator's chair out a little bit more. There goes my indicator there. But you can see that the steering wheel for the model, it swivels, and it also will slide from one side to the other. It's a little bit stuck right at the moment, and I don't want to gimp up my review too much here, but you can see it will slide. It's a little rough, but it will move regardless. And I'm going to get this out of the way. We'll glue that back on a little later. Coming around to this side of the model, scoot this out a little bit here for you. Let's see. Right here you can see some of the hydraulics that would help lift the screed up and down. It's not got a great range of movement, but it lifts it up and then it plants it back down, and you can go down just a hair more. It really doesn't make too much of a difference, but it'll make it a little bit more flush with whatever surface you're trying to act like you're paving. Like I said, we've got the operator's chair, which is on a swivel here, and it'll swing out about 30 degrees approximately. As I turn the model, you can see here also the roof line does extend to theoretically shade that operator on a hot and sunny day. Getting back around, you can see the side littered with more warning decals throughout, along with the designation of the machine here, the Super 1803-3i. Very, very crisp decals throughout, and you know, they're very, very nice to have on the model. You don't see near as many models out nowadays with warning decals on them where they should be, like you would hope. Opening the door here on the side, we get a little bit of the engine view here. This hood right here in front of the roof line does also open up to expose the top bit of the engine. And I'm going to try to get my lighting situation a little bit. It doesn't help too terribly much, but you get an idea. It's pretty nice engine casting. Another very, very nice addition to this model. You definitely don't see this on too terribly many paving models, which is a shame, but it's nice to have one like this that does have that. Closing up the hood now, getting to the hopper, you can see the Vögele and the Vertigen logos there, crisply done, along with another warning decal here on the side of the hopper. The hopper will fold in a very, very good degree, almost completely touching. And we've got these little hopper, I'm going to call them front little hopper doors that would help keep any of the material after the truck is already driven away inside of the hopper, and make sure that it doesn't all fall out in front of it. Very, very nice feature to have. I haven't been in the asphalt paving model world, so to speak, so I don't really know too terribly much about most of them, and I don't really have a collection of them. This is one of my first, really. But it's definitely nice to have that feature, in my opinion. I feel like almost none of the other pavers that you're going to see in 1/50th scale are going to have this feature, but you can always you know, tell me if I'm wrong. I would definitely enjoy to know if I'm right or wrong on it. I guess I could always do the research myself. Anyways, moving on, right on here on the hood, we can see a few more warning decals. Let's see if we can get this zoom a little bit more focused. There we go. We can see some of the warning decals here, nicely done, along with the Ergo Plus logo that's listed here. I'm not sure exactly what that is referring to. Anyways, moving along, the conveyor that would bring the material from the hopper to the screed itself, it's not that detailed. You get a little bit of detail, but nothing too spectacular there. Moving on, we've also got these, I'm not sure exactly what they're called. I'm going to just call them little rollers to help move the truck and paver along seamlessly, so it's not just running into the back of the truck as it's dropping off the material. Moving on, we've also got some warning lights here on the side mirrors, which I forgot to mention do also fold in for transport and fold out for whenever the model or piece of equipment would be in use. On the roof, we've got two front-facing headlights, along with two more mounted here near the hood. And let's see, coming back around to this side, nothing truly different than what we've seen on the other side. Sorry, I keep moving this thing all around, not keeping it in the middle. But this side over here does also have a door that opens, and it really doesn't expose much except for the radiator that would be there in real life. And also these doors, as you can see, it is etched through to simulate the ventilation holes that would be there in real life, which is very, very nice to have. Let's see, what haven't we talked about yet? The windshield. The windshield, it seems like it's not in the right position, but it is. The windshield does have two windshield wipers on it. and that also obviously helps add to the realism of the model. And as you saw earlier, the roof does fold almost all the way down for transport, and the stack is attached to the roof, and that moves with it, and helps make everything nice and more realistic. I do believe that's essentially what it would be like in real life. It would just be somewhat connected like that. You can always, like I said, if I'm wrong, I would prefer that somebody would actually mention it below, but it's not a big deal either way. But pretty much, guys, that's gonna do it for the most part. I'm gonna turn it over on its side here to show you all the underside, which is definitely nothing special. The tires, which would theoretically have a little bit of tread on them, are just slicks here. The whole underside of the body, it's really not very detailed, except, you know, the auger bit down here is a nice bit to have, that both sides move independently of one another. That's not necessarily something I think would happen in real life. It very well might be the case in real life, but it's nice that they would usually, you know, it would be one piece, it would all turn together, but it's nice that they did those separately. And the wheels up front, they are mounted on a steerable axle. All of them will turn together. It does help, though, if you use your fingers and help kind of move all of them to the full turning radius, if that's what you want to simulate. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this review. As I said, these operators' chairs do swing out so that he can see around the sides of the hopper and see, you know, where he's going exactly and everything. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much going to do it for the most part. Like I said, also, I did get this at the Virgin, WIRTGEN, their American distributor page, or whatever you'd like to call it. That is where I picked it up, and like I said, it is a very, very nice discount over getting it anywhere else. Definitely save yourself I think it was about $100 almost that I saved myself getting it through them versus somewhere else online. But I also want to kind of show you all what I have now, which is obviously this compared to what I did have before. And I mean, it kind of just speaks for itself. Obviously, you can see here, just looking at the side profile alone, I mean, they're the same exact thing, except one's on tracks and one's on wheels, but you can just tell the detail itself is much, much higher quality than this is actually one of the Siku, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, one of the Siku models. The Super 1900 is what it would be called, and I'm getting rid of this one in place of this one, so I'm very, very happy with this model. It's obviously a lot better than this model for sure that it's replacing, and like I said, guys, it's a very, very high detailed model, as you can basically already see, and I would highly, highly recommend it. I really appreciate Patrick Crocker Diecast Construction page on Instagram for helping me find the model on their website for such a discount, and definitely big shout out to him, and another big shout out to Diecast Emporium. He helped me out with a little bit of my vocabulary terms for getting this review done, because I'm not quite as familiar with some of the road work equipment as I am the earth moving equipment. So definitely big shout out to both of those guys. Diecast Emporium, he's now on Instagram now. That's his name on Instagram, so definitely go check him out. Definitely one of the better review guys out there on YouTube. Always enjoy watching his stuff, and he's a really, really great guy. Both of them are. So I highly recommend going and following both of them and picking up this model. So that's going to do it for today, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did or didn't, I guess just let me know in the comments below. And like I said, just comment, like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, Diecast Construction Expert. Thank you all. Have a great day.